A different style boomer sooner, an old school style boomer for sure. Welcome to the Voice of College Football. Please like the video, share the videos out on social media. You enjoy the content, others will as well, and subscribe right here at the Voice of College Football. Oklahoma defeats Nebraska, punishes Nebraska 49-14, a 35-7 lead at halftime. It was never in doubt after the first quarter in Lincoln. Let's run down the impressive showing by Brent Venables' team. His first game against a Power 5 opponent as Oklahoma head coach. First game on the road, first rivalry matchup of sorts. Of course, these storied programs used to match up in the Big 8 and the Big 12 on a regular basis. Dillon Gabriel out of the gate threw an incomplete pass, and then he was sharp. Check out the touchdown throw to Jalil Farouk. It was on the money, a thing of beauty, both ends of the touchdown throw. Only 16 of 27 on the stat sheet, but Dillon Gabriel only played 3 possessions into the third quarter. And again, he was razor sharp, running and throwing the football, leading the offense. It was quite impressive. And his completion percentage from 2019 to 20 to 21 to 22 gets better each and every year. He's becoming one of the top quarterbacks in college football if he hasn't already arrived at that place. The offensive line for Oklahoma pushed Nebraska around all day. So Dillon Gabriel had time to throw, or he just picked a huge gap in the offensive line and took off like he did for that long touchdown run against the Nebraska secondary that just flailed at trying to tackle him. 580 yards of total offense. 312 on the ground in Jeff Lebby's offense that led the SEC in rushing 2 consecutive years. So Oklahoma is going to run it because Brent Venables wants that, and he hired an offensive coordinator that will deliver the rushing attack to complement Gabriel downfield. Eric Gray, unstoppable in this one. 11 carries for $113, and then we got a glimpse into the future in the second half, and Jovantae Barnes, 13 carries for 77 yards as well. Again, 312 on the ground, 580 total. And also, they unveiled a few wrinkles here and there that we didn't see in the vanilla game plan against Kent State or UTEP. Namely, you had Braden Willis with the wide receiver lateral touchdown throw to Marcus Major. Marcus Major's first TD reception of his career. All right, on the defensive side, marked difference between Oklahoma of the past few years, even though the defense improved under Alex Grinch, not to the place where it could position this program for a national championship run. Are they there this year? They're getting there. Guys like Reggie Grimes, who had 4 sacks in the first 2 games. Jalen Redmond, very talented player who opted out 2 years ago, was banged up and missed some games last year. Looks like he's ready to make a major contribution. Billy Bowman had a number of plays, including a 4th and 1 stop when he came off the edge and dropped the ball carrier. Anthony Grant for the loss. Woody Washington, the number 1 corner, playing well as well. Urban Meyer came into the booth in the second half, made a strong statement about what Bob Stoops did for this program. He said 20 plus years ago, when Bob Stoops took over in 1999, he built an infrastructure that has remained, that has been consistent, and it's carried through Lincoln Riley and now to Brent Venables, who, of course, was the defensive coordinator for Bob Stoops. So that infrastructure is also built around organization, process, and it's also built around, look at the strength and conditioning. This is a different football team physically. We knew it was going to be tougher-minded. That was the Brent Venables way. Lincoln Riley successful. He goes to USC, but just does it a different way. And Brent Venables and, of course, strength and conditioning coach Jerry Schmidt doing a fine job getting this team in a physical place and ready to go to the SEC. And for the meantime, make a run at the Big 12 championship and a college football playoff appearance. They will take on Nebraska next in 2029 and 30 in this series, but today was no contest, 49-14. Now it's on to the Big 12 for 9 consecutive Big 12 games, starting at Kansas State in Norman. Of course, the Wildcats have been a thorn in the side of the Sooners in recent years. Kansas State looked strong last week in defeating Missouri by 4 touchdowns. Your thoughts about Oklahoma football going forward in the Big 12? Baylor, Oklahoma State, maybe Texas is a factor. We saw what the Longhorns were capable of against Bama. Right here at the Voice of College Football. We will see you soon.